y'all, peace and love. So I think this is like my second YouTube live, and I'm usually on Facebook, TiaraSharde, but I've had a couple requests from you guys to go live on YouTube, so here I am. I'm really just not even gonna wait for y'all to get in a room. I'm really just gonna hop right in because this is a message that has been moving with me for so long. And it is the spiritual catalyst. What is a spiritual catalyst? How to know you are one and how to deal with it, right? So, a spiritual catalyst for me is someone who just has the power to trigger certain reactions and certain emotions within other people. I found out I was a spiritual catalyst by doing my birth chart. Hey, peace and love, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And I mentioned doing my birth chart report a lot because it gave me a lot of insight. It confirmed my inner knowing. So that's one of the main reasons or the main factors in how I found out that I was a spiritual catalyst. Another one was my life path number. It literally told me, okay, like you're a spiritual catalyst, you're a trigger. You're gonna have to go through some difficulties, but this is who you are. So a spiritual catalyst is someone that can just walk in a room and just completely affect the energy and the people within the room. I noticed that sometimes I don't even have to say a word, but I could feel the energies moving and shifting to either accommodate me being in this space, or these energies will shift and move to change, to transmute, to bring about change. I realized that I was a trigger, I was a guide, I was a light worker. There's ways that you can find out if this is you as well. If sometimes you're just living your everyday life, you're not even telling anyone what to do, but people just automatically have an issue with you living your life, being who you are, not even telling them how they should live. And that is because you are a spiritual catalyst. You are a trigger. Something in your energy, something about you forces people to take a good look at themselves. And sometimes they don't like what they see. And that is just who you are. That is just who you are. I realized, like, with friends, I would just be triggering the shit out of them. Like family, I would just trigger them just by the things I would say. I'm a visionary, I'm a forward thinker. A lot of you guys are as well. And when I say things, it's just because this is what I see. This is what I envision. This is something that I want for myself. But other people will hear you saying these things and be triggered and think, well, I'm not good enough, or what am I doing with my life, or why does she think that she could do this and I can't? And it's not you. Well, it is you, but it's not you. It's something inside of you that just brings this out of people to make them look at themselves, to instigate a change, positive or negative. They can take it either way. But with me, I realize that it's always positive. It's always a positive change. Quite recently, and even now there's shifts taking place. There's a lot of things going on cosmically, spiritually, physically. Our reality is shifting right before our eyes. And right now, more than ever, I realize that I am triggering people. They either hate me or they love me. And if you're experiencing things like that, I just want you to know that it's okay. Like, this is your role. It's all right. Just, ask for guidance, meditate, ground yourself every day, get in the sun. I say this a lot because it is vital. If you are a spiritual catalyst, if you're a light worker, if you're a trigger, if you're the family star, if you're the person that's going to heal your ancestry and in the generations to come, it's very important that you ground yourself and that you stay spiritually connected, that you stay using your discernment, that you stay using your spiritual practices to arm yourself. It's really important because these energies out here, these entities, these beings, whatever you want to call them, they know who you are. They see you. A lot of times they see us before we see us. So it's really important for you to protect yourself in that way. I haven't had it easy as far as the spiritual world. And then again, I have, and I'll explain. I was conscious of entities and energies around me my whole entire life. There's certain things about my background that happened, that I experienced that brought me here, on where I am right now in this moment. And I realized that I needed to go about my life in a certain way to protect myself from these energies. And even from people I can see in front of me. And now I'm getting so good with reading people, I automatically know if they're like an informant. Or you know what I mean? Like the Matrix. I automatically know who you are and I could read you. And you're gonna get good at this if you're not already really great at this. But you'll be able to read other people and read the energies around you to understand, okay, like who's an informant, who's watching me, or who is a student for me, or who is a teacher, who am I triggering, how am I triggering these people. And I had a situation a few months ago now, where everything I said was like a trigger. I could say, oh, I want a mango for breakfast. That would trigger someone, like straight. And I would be like, whoa, just watching it like, okay, now I understand my position in this situation, even though I already did. But it's more confirmation to you. Like if you go to work and you say, well, I'm going to go to the gym after work. It could be really something simple. And to you, it's like, oh, I'm going to the gym after work. But someone could be triggered by that and have all sorts of emotions going through them, like, oh, I'm fat, I'm out of shape, I'm insecure, oh, they think they're better than me. And yo, it's real. It's real. And you would start to pay attention to these things and to these people, like, all right, I'm triggering this person. And then you know what to do. Once you see that you're triggering somebody, it's like, okay, you don't want to push any more than what you already did, even though you actively didn't do this, you actively didn't trigger them. But you're going to want to energetically kind of step off just a little bit, because they need time to deal with their emotions. And I wrote an article called Sage and Crystals, What About That Shadow Work, though? And it's on my website, TiaraSharde.com. And it really talks about doing shadow work. Spiritual catalysts will force other people to tap into what's wrong with them. And they will need to do more shadow work. They will need to see exactly why they're being triggered. And it's not always your role to teach them why they're being triggered unless you intuitively feel like that. If you feel that inclination to share with them, if you feel that inclination to share with them, like, hey, like, you're being triggered because of this, or, I'm sorry, I feel like you might have felt some type of way, but I wasn't coming at you. I was just saying what I do. Like if you kind of can do that with them and work with them, then, the experience and the situation will be better for them. And I do want you guys to be mindful that everyone is on a spiritual journey and they deserve love and understanding. Not everyone is on the same level that you are, but everyone is on a path. Everyone is on a journey. So I want to encourage you guys to be respectful of everyone in their journey. Don't ever in your life think that you're better or bigger than someone else. Even if you know yourself, even if you understand your past lives and, your soul's purpose for this life, it's just, you want to be understanding and be mindful. And as a spiritual catalyst, especially so, because you've been given a divine gift. You've been given divine guidance, and you want to be responsible with it, and you want to be respectful, and make sure that you more than ever pay attention to yourself and who you are and your inner world and what you're thinking, and also how you're treating other people, because it's a big deal. Being a spiritual guide, a light worker, a root worker, a priestess, a priest, a voodoo man, whatever you want to call yourself, it's a big deal. It's a gift. And I don't really believe in like being humble. Like, no, acknowledge yourself for who you are, know who you are, and be secure in that. But I do want you guys to know that that you can kind of like chill out with your energy a little bit. Don't be too egotistical with it and be like, well, I'm a spiritual catalyst, so this is what I do, so I'm gonna press every single button you have. Like, nah, that's not what it is. So I want you guys to know that. Again, y'all know me, I wrote some things down because There's a lot of stuff flowing through me. So bear with me a minute. Let's see. So with my experiences, like I said, I found out that I was a catalyst when, like I said, I could feel the energies and I could read people really well. And also, like their emotions, like what they would be experiencing, I would feel it inside of me. Like if you're sitting in front of me, I can intuitively know exactly what you need from me. Like done, ASAP. A lot of you guys know what I'm talking about too. You guys, there's so many people that have these gifts. Like, this is why I'm making these videos, so to share this with you guys. And maybe you don't know that you are a spiritual catalyst, but you can be sitting in front of me and I know what you need from me. I could read you and I can love you because I see myself in you. I can share that love with you. That's what a spiritual catalyst is. That's what the trigger, that's what the plug, that's what the light worker is. They walk in that love and they can see themselves in other people. That's what makes you good at what you do. Okay? And because I can read what you need, I know what to say. I know what not to say to you because I understand my role. I know who I am. I know my soul's purpose. And I can understand that you need me. And in the same instance, I need you too. It's an exchange of energy, right? So don't always think that like you're the leader and someone's the follower. Nah, you could be both at the same time. You could be a leader and a follower at the same time. You could be a student and a teacher at the same time. So be mindful of that. And those who this is resonating with, I want you to like, I want you to share it to your social media, and I want you to really take it in. If you don't already know that you're a light worker or a spiritual guide, I just want you to kind of meditate and get to know yourself. It really helps to go through your past experiences to see yourself, to see the things that you have said or see the things that you've done and how other people were affected. Okay? Like I've had so many instances of this, especially here in Costa Rica on this particular part of my spiritual journey, where, like I said, just living my everyday life, not telling anyone what to do, just being me, and people just having such an issue with me. And I want to say at the same time to be responsible for yourself, so I can see myself in every situation, to know like, okay, well, maybe I could say things differently, or maybe I could do this differently next time. But what would happen was the people would have an issue with me, and then a short time later, after they went through their spiritual journey, after they had their experiences that were necessary for their soul's journey, they would come back to me and they would apologize. And I noticed that a lot during my life and a lot here in Costa Rica. And not that I'm waiting and sitting for an apology, not that I ever think that I'm right and they're wrong. That's not what this is. But I noticed that they would come back and they would apologize because they were given an opportunity to see themselves and who they are. And I don't want to say that I'm the one that really did this, but I understand my role, and I understand myself as a trigger for so many people, so many. And you guys can as well. You know what what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like even if it's not you guys who are watching this video, welcome. I feel like there's so many people around me, and in the consciousness, I can tap into the consciousness, the collective consciousness, and see that there's so many people like me who have had that experience, who have been triggers for other people. And I really just want to do this short video, probably like only 15 minutes, just to let you guys know to be mindful of who you are. Always walk in love, always walk in power, be secure in who you are. And who cares if people don't like you? Understand who you are, and that you are a catalyst for people. And that as soon as they meet you and they leave from your space, that they are changed for the better. Even if they go through the most hell, you activated them in a way. And other people have activated you. Like, there's so many people who have activated me just by being near me. You will activate so many people just by them being near you. So just be mindful of that. Own your power, walk in your power, protect yourself. And that's really all I wanted to say, y'all. This is like my second time doing a YouTube live. I will be back. Shout out to y'all who requested this of me. I love y'all. And hit me up on Instagram, Nature Girl Neo, on Facebook, TiaraSharde, and on my website, TiaraSharde.com. I do work like this. I do tarot readings, birth chart reports, retreats. I've had people stay with me. I do counseling. Anything you need, I'm really here for you. So send me a message, email me through my website. And I love you guys. I'll be back. Talk to you soon. Peace and love. Mwah.